Hi, welcome to EMS Today 2016. I'm Christina Ackerman with GEMS. Today I'm talking with Jeff Kelly. He's from Cranberry Township EMS in Butler County, Pennsylvania. Jeff, thanks for joining us. Jeff, tell me about your new ambulance.
So this new ambulance was designed with patient, provider, and public safety in mind, and it was designed also around crash survivability and crash avoidance.
Okay.
So one of the unique features that we've been able to put together with the help of Demers Engineering is all of the internal stuff. So we have a design where we can protect our folks, we can protect our patients, and we can protect the public who engage us on a daily basis. The largest factor that we determined to be important for us was our folks, letting them go home the same way they come to work. So we really took all of the ergonomic things that we could, a lot of input from the engineering folks, and unfortunately we also have experience with a previous crash. So we do know a little bit about what happens in the the mechanisms when a crash occurs. So we used all of that data and all of that information to really design what we believe to be one of the safest ambulances in the industry. And I think it's important to show how we can move the industry forward by being safe, but also by being practical. And I think you're going to find that a lot of things we've done here are very practical in the everyday world of EMS.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the purchasing process. How did you start about it, and what made you settle with Demers as your final choice?
So it was about an 18-month process. We had originally come up with our grand scheme and our plan, and we pitched it to a few other ambulance manufacturers, and we got a little bit of pushback. The design being a little bit out of the box that it was, there wasn't anybody that was really looking to completely embrace it until we got to Demers. And their folks really working with us, their engineering department, the sales folks, and everybody from the top down really embraced the idea. We're looking forward to the out-of-the-box thinking, and made them certainly our provider of choice.
So what are some of those out-of-the-box features that you needed to have?
Well, first and foremost would be the patient compartment, where we have a single seat for the provider. There's no longer a bench seat.
Okay.
And encompassed ergonomically around that seat would be everything that the provider would need for what we say about 95% of our calls. There's a small percentage of calls where we would need, actively be engaging around the patient compartment. But for 95% of what we do, we can have our folks seated, restrained, forward-facing, which is the safest for them, and certainly the safest for the patient as well. So that was probably the number one thing, was the patient provider and patient and provider safety that we were able to do. They're yellow, which is different.
That's the first thing you notice when you walk
That is the first
up.
thing you notice. They are a different yellow. This color, this is a Euro Yellow Rail 1016. So one of the things we found in our research was even folks who have some degree of color blindness recognize yellow.
Oh, really?
So we were able to sort of take some of the other things that have happened in the industry, like high-vis safety vests and jackets, and sort of encompass that and incorporate that into the outside of the ambulance. So you'll see that it is a yellow. You see that the inside, the chevroning and the yellow lights, the amber lighting, a lot of it was came out of some of the Department of Transportation things. If you go on your turnpikes and interstates, you see those big attenuator trucks and service vehicles that have the chevroning or have the big yellow lighting.
Sure.
So that was certainly one of the things that we really wanted to make sure it could stand out. So we talk about crash avoidance. That color, just being able to see it,
right,
is hope so that folks can avoid the crash because they could see it at the last second.
So how are your crews reacting to the new rig?
So far, they love it. We still have had a couple of I don't want to say naysayers, but a couple of folks who've just been leery to get on board. But they originally, when the process began, it was change, right? And nobody likes change, especially Alpha EMS folks. So getting them to buy into why it was important, and really as the chief to say, I care about your safety, and I want to see you go home the same way you came to work. Once they realized that was important to the management, and the management actually cared about them, I think that was how they were able to buy in. It has been from the shortest providers to the tallest of providers. It's been very good for us, and it's been even more welcoming for the community.
And how long have these been on the road for you?
So we've had them in service now for just about a month.
All right.
And they've been going very well. We have a fleet of 4 ambulances. We purchased 2 right now, and we have 2 additional ones coming, one later this year and one sometime next year. So we're actually changing the entire fleet. So it's pretty exciting.
Great, it is exciting. All right, so now that we've taken a tour of the ambulance, tell me some more about the specific features to Demers that made you choose them as your vendor.
So I think Demers excelled for us in their pull testing and their dedication to safety, and how they were able to help us get through the process to really truly design the safest ambulance, again, with all of their safety regulations and strict guidelines, their pull testing and things that they've been able to do for the industry, and truly allowing us to build what we believe to be the safest ambulance.
Well, great. It's a great looking rig. We're really happy to see them on the road, and we're looking forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.